It's all good. I know better, Avi, but you know, whatever. What is going on, everyone? It's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another kombucha chat. Yes, hello, welcome. It's like alcohol. Anyways, today's video topic is going to be regarding veganism and how to navigate through social situations as a vegan. Anytime I do any sort of Q&A, most of the questions will be regarding how to be a vegan and also handle certain social situations. So I thought this would deserve an entire video on its own because so many people get stressed out about this. Now, I am not some sort of psychologist or human behavioral scientist, whatever it may be, but I think I am relatively a social individual. I'm relatively good at handling social situations, so hopefully this will be of assistance to you. But if you have more tips of your own, if you want to share your tips with the audience, definitely leave some comments below. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me any questions or tell me of any concerns regarding social situations and being a vegan. So I got tons of responses, guys. So the first question that I want to answer is, when I don't eat what my friends are eating, they act like I'm a downer. What can I say other than being chill about it? Okay. So a lot of this boils down to one thing, which is knowing your why. If you know your why, and if you are firm about your why, as in why are you vegan? What is the reason that you're vegan? The more firm and confident you are about why you're vegan, the more likely people are going to respect your decision and respect you as a result. If you want to demand respect from other people, you need to respect yourself and know exactly why you're doing it. You need to be confident in yourself and confident in your values in order for other people to respect you in return. That's how you demand respect from people, by saying, okay, this is my value, I stand firm in my value, and that is why I'm doing this. The more confident you are, less likely people are going to make you feel bad about it, or people are going to say that you're not chill or whatever. Consider this situation. Somebody asks you if you want a piece of cake, and then you say, oh, no, thank you. And then they ask you, oh, why aren't you having a piece of cake? Oh, well, I'm vegan. And then they say, well, why? Why are you vegan? So you could respond with this answer.
I saw this documentary once and it just seems like a good idea. I'm just kind of trying it out. I'm just kind of seeing how it goes. So, yeah, that's why I'm vegan.
Imagine how much of a different response you would get from somebody else when you respond with a firm and very short but polite answer, like, I'm vegan for ethical reasons. That's literally what I say every time people ask me, oh, what do you say when people ask you why you're vegan? I literally just say, oh, for ethical reasons. You don't need to delve into it. You don't need to get into the nitty gritty, show them a documentary. You don't need to do all of that. All you have to do is to just know your why, just state it. And if they want to ask you more questions, absolutely. But if you are wishy-washy about the whole thing, which I know this is all very much easier said than done. Obviously, if you're first trying out veganism, it's hard for you to be completely confident in your values and saying, okay, I'm vegan for this. So I understand it is easier said than done, but I think that the more confident you are in your answer, the more likely people are going to respect that answer. Oh my God, I feel like I went off on a tangent already. Jeez. Okay. So if your friends are saying that you're a downer, then you know what? Just be like, look, I'm not a downer. This is just my choice, and I choose to live this way because, I think it's just better for me. I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is that you just have to be firm with your answer, firm and polite at the same time. How do you turn down animal products from your family? Once again, it's all about communicating your values and your new lifestyle. From the get-go, you should be probably communicating the fact that you are a vegan to your family. That is the biggest thing, is just letting them know, being like, listen, from now on, I'm not eating animal products anymore, so I'm happy to cook vegan food with you and, make you some delicious meals. But from now on, I don't eat animal products. So can you respect my decision? Again, easier said than done to say this, but it's all about communicating the fact that you are firm on this and this is how you are going to be from this day forward. If they don't know, how are they supposed to know, right? Like, you have to tell them before you're in that situation where they're going to serve you food. So I feel like that's the most important thing. Like, before you're in that situation, just let them know. Be like, okay, by the way, I follow a vegan diet. I can explain to you what that is, but I don't eat animal products. If you want me to bring my own food, that's totally cool. I can make something for you if you want. Yeah, so communication is key. Okay, so I can't read this whole question, but it says, do you think you should tell your colleagues you're vegan? Okay, so when you are in a working situation, so this is another difficult thing. Let's say you started a new job and you have all these coworkers and you're like, do I have to make an announcement? Like, what? Personally, for me, I don't think you need to say anything until you have to say something. That's what I usually do in every situation. I think with family, it might be a little bit different because you probably eat with them a lot or they cook for you a lot or something like that. So you probably should be communicating that even before you're in a situation where you have to. But I think with colleagues, it's not really their business. I don't think it's something that you have to share until you have to. If you are going for a staff dinner or something, then you might want to be like, oh, by the way, I follow a vegan diet. I don't eat this. I'm just wondering if there's going to be options for me. That's basically all I would do. And I think that's all I have done. It never really is an issue, guys. Like, I think we underestimate people sometimes. We think that people are always going to be judgmental, but that's not always the case. Like I said, if you are firm in your belief, if you are firm in your values, and if you know your values, people are going to respect you more. So that is the key takeaway. Okay. Birthday parties with non-vegan cake have always been the worst. Honestly, with birthday cake, weirdly enough, I got like 3 or 4 questions regarding birthday cake alone. So here's the thing about birthday cake. It's more of a symbol than anything else. It's more about the rituals surrounding the birthday cake rather than actually eating the cake itself. So you can sing the happy birthday song, you can be around it, you can still participate in the whole party. You don't have to be isolated in the corner just because the cake is not vegan. So you can still sing happy birthday, you can still do all of those festivities, just don't eat the cake. If somebody passes this to you, just say no thank you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to be like, this is disgusting, like, oh my god, meh. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Just say no thank you and move on. And here's another option for you. If this is a close friend, close family member, maybe you're part of organizing the party, feel free to make them a cake. Volunteer to make a cake. They don't have to know it's vegan. Just because they're omnivores does not mean that they can't enjoy a vegan cake. And also another alternative, if you have the financial means to do so, you can actually even get someone to make you a vegan cake, order a custom vegan cake. I've done this multiple times. Anytime I have a close friend that is having a birthday, I will just order a vegan cake so I can also enjoy the cake as well. So that's a great way for you to give someone a nice gift, a really nice, beautiful cake, but also enjoy the cake yourself. So that's an option as well. Think outside the box. You don't have to be, the victim that never gets to eat the cake. If it's like your best friend, just be like, oh my god, like I'm gonna, get her a nice cake. We can all enjoy it, and vegan cakes are delicious. How do you approach friends and family who have a negative view of veganism? This is probably like the most common question. What about people that respond negatively to the veganism? Personally, for me, I try my best to not discuss it if I don't need to, right? If they have such a negative view of the whole vegan thing, there's no need for me to go in there and try to change their mind, okay? If you're living your life and you're doing really well, you are not dying of nutritional deficiencies or whatever, over time, people are going to almost always be more accepting of the idea. I think initially a lot of people find it very shocking. It's a very different way of life. So they're going to be very defensive and they're going to have a pretty negative response, especially in the beginning, especially when you're a little bit more wishy-washy about it and you're still kind of trying it out. But after you've done it for a while, if you've done it for a few years, people are going to just kind of accept that as, okay, this is how she is. She's a vegan and it looks like she's doing fine, I try not to have discussions unless it's really brought up to me, and if they're being rude about it, then I think you can just say, okay, you know what, I feel like we aren't gonna see eye to eye and it's fine. I'm not trying to force this on you. I'm not trying to make you go vegan. It's just my decision and it's going really well for me. So I would rather not have this discussion anymore because this is kind of going in a path that I don't want it to go to. I think that's kind of what you want to say. You know, I think there's this like huge misconception, right? That vegans are this like loud group of people that cannot wait to tell every single person that they are vegan. But literally that is such a wrong stereotype, because that is probably like maybe 1% of vegans that are out there that are actually being vocal about it. And that's probably why people assume that that's how all vegans are, because the only people they hear are the loud ones. So they don't see all of the people that are stressed out about social situations. They don't see all the people that are stressed out about going to a family dinner and like telling people that they're vegan. Most people that are vegan are actually more afraid of saying that they're vegan rather than wanting to shout it out to everybody. Is it disrespectful to bring your own food at holidays? I don't personally think so, obviously, but I think it depends on your culture, I guess. And once again, it depends on how well you've communicated your vegan lifestyle. So I think you should probably discuss with whoever is hosting the event before you actually go and say, okay, listen, I'm following this vegan diet and I obviously want to go to this gathering, but I don't want you to go out of your way just to make me something. So what do you think about me bringing some of my own food? It's obviously no disrespect to you. And I think what you could also do is make extra for other people. That's what I always try to do. So they could also try some of your delicious food. It could be like, oh, listen, like I'm vegan and I'm going to bring my own food, but I also want to bring extra for other people so I can help, you know, contribute to food. And people always like that kind of thing. You know, people like love sharing food. And I think sharing food is one of the best ways to promote veganism in a very non-direct, you know, way. Okay, here's some food. It just happens to be vegan, you know? Everyone loves getting free food, you know? And it also kind of breaks the stereotype that vegans, like, all they eat is salad, you know what I'm saying? So don't bring a freaking salad, okay? Do you tell new people you meet that you're vegan right away? No. 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 There is no need for me to say that right away without any context. It depends on the context. Don't just blurt it out. I mean, you can if you want, but it makes you look a bit weird, you know what I'm saying? It depends. Oh my god, I'm sweating under these lights. Guys, it is hot. Anyways, there is no need to tell people unless it is necessary. If I were in a eating situation, then yes, I may say that I'm vegan. If I'm talking about my job, obviously that will come up, but I only discuss it if it is relevant to the topic and if I need to discuss it. There is no need to randomly just tell people like, hi, I'm Rose and I'm vegan. You know what I mean? What do you do when people make fun of you? With regards to veganism, when people make fun of you, here's the thing. You just kind of have to brush it off. You kind of have to just brush it off and just, you know, be like, meh, you know, who cares? This is why it's so important to know your why and really believe in your why and know why you're doing this, because if you are confident in why you're vegan and you know that this is the best way for you to live, then yeah, it might be annoying when people make fun of you and tease you and stuff, but at the same time, you're not really going to be faced that much. The more you are confident with why you're vegan and the more you're confident in your lifestyle, the less likely any external factors are going to affect you. I think a lot of this will come over time. I think initially you will be a little bit like, oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable with this. Like, oh my god, people are making fun of me. You'll be a lot more sensitive to that, but the longer you do it, you will become more confident in your veganism, and then you'll just kind of be able to navigate through those situations. So when people make fun of you, just be like, meh, you know, that's cute. That's cute. You're cute.
Oh, honey, you made a little joke. Good for you.
I'm just living my best life, you know? If you know you're doing a great thing, then, you know, you would be less bothered by people making fun of you. You know, it's kind of like when a child is like trying to like win you in a game or something, and you know you can obviously beat the child, but you're just like, oh, like, I'll let you win. I'll just let you play. It's good. It's all good. I know better, Avi, but you know, whatever. If someone, you know, makes fun of you about being really stupid or something, but you know you're like really smart, you wouldn't be bothered by someone making fun of you that you're stupid. Only if you're stupid would you get really offended if somebody called you stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like calling a tall person short, and then the tall person's like, okay then. Does that make sense? A lot of it comes over time, guys. A lot of it comes with time and just living life. How do I stop feeling high maintenance? What do you do when you're invited somewhere that doesn't have vegan options? How do you not feel isolated from humans in your life in general?